Hello lovely people. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Good night if you're off to bed. We are at the stage now where I'm going to put some Jessica stitches in. So the last time you saw this I hadn't done all of the beading. We were somewhere around here I think doing this one. It's taken me forever to get all of these in. I mean they're lovely. They really are something else, but you know, we need to get a good look. I'll try and hold the camera still as I can. So yes, love how it's coming together. If you recall, so here we've got going to have a Tyler bead, and here we've got some more of the same but in a different colour. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll lay some on there just to show you. Bear with me. Cool. Trying to get these to sit on there neatly and not slide off. Nearly impossible. So there you go. You can see there's the silver one is going to sit just here, and then we've got these others. Then they're precariously balanced. If I knock it, they're going flying. So it gives you an idea of what they're going to look like. So what we're going to work on now is just in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here. Another Jessica stitch. So I think I've done a Jessica stitch before. I am not 100% sure, but I'm going to give it a go. But I'll do the first one and then I'll come back to you. I mean, it's going to look good, isn't it? It's going to look, I mean, look at that. They're fab. But yeah, they don't just sit there because I'm on a slope. Right. Okay, let's try this. Okay, well that was an interesting experience. Let's see if we can get in a little bit closer on that. Right. So here's the Jessica stitch. Yeah. I have done something very similar. The instructions that are given, they're different to anything I've looked up online as well, because the ones that I've seen online talk about taking your first stitch and going from here over to here and then working your way up accordingly. Okay, this one, the instructions tell you to start here and take your first stitch to the middle and then work your way up. Now where I have an issue is right at the end across here. So you've gone all the way around and then it tells you to put your last stitch over the top of everything else. When I start actually putting, for me, when I start putting the stitches that are coming down here, so they're starting with this one, I think. This one goes to here, I think. Yeah, and then working your way across. I actually prefer to tuck these underneath because you want to give this impression of it being a fully woven circle. And maybe that's wrong, but that's the way I do it. So I tuck these last couple of stitches right underneath. And it's not the most obvious thing. Oh yeah, we are working with such a dark colour here. And I haven't got the best of light, shall we say. Let's see if I can make this a bit brighter by tilting it. Will that make it any better? Bring it closer and tilt, maybe. So yeah, so let's have a look at the next one. Get this next one in over here. This could be quite interesting. So I don't actually have the instructions in front of me, so let me just check. Yeah, let's go to the middle. So this particular Jessica stitch, we start here, we go across, but what we want to do, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going into these. So we want to go 1, so from here 1, 2, 3 to there, goes in there. Okay. Then we have the, I can't pull it too tight, and I'm not a big fan of how even when you try not to pull it tight you still end up with a white ridge around the edge. So here we go. Next one goes to there. Then this middle one, if you're doing it right, the middle should be right in the middle of that cross stitch that's down there. And we go up to here and just about see where that hole is. The fourth one according to her instructions. Goes to here. So you never go straight up or down, you're always going to go at a bit of an angle. And the last one along the bottom, out of that hole. Oh, sorry about the wobble. Get back to the wobble. See if I can adjust that a little. I'll push my phone further back as far as I can. Right. So this one here is going from here over one row, column even, and this one is going over the other way to the other column into there. Okay, so that is that bottom row done. Now I'm going to work up the side. We're starting here. Let me go over to that middle one there. These are very quick. Everybody's like, oh, Jessica stitches, scary. And I suppose they are, but when you actually, once you've actually done your first one, you're like, actually this is not that difficult. 2. And then we're going into the middle there. So you can see it's starting to become quite difficult to see. If you need to use another needle or a thread laying tool to help, then feel free. This one then goes over to here. Got it in the right one, yep. And then these last two along across here, if you remember, this one goes to there, just like the other ones, and this one crosses it to go round the corner further, like so. Okay, right. It's very dark. Sorry, it's not brighter. Let's see if I can brighten that a little for you. And we get the lamp further over. Nope, it's not going to play. It's about as good as it gets, I'm afraid. Right. Where were we? Where'd my needle go? Where have I hidden it? Just disappeared into thin air. Bear with me. There we are. Right. So now we go round the corner to there, and we bring this stitch over to the middle here. Go into the second one. Just loosen that off a little. It's quite pulled quite tight. Goes into the one next to it. And then to the last hole there. So you've actually got a thread going either into or out of all the holes that you need to. Even though you've got a gap there, it will disappear in a minute. Because we've got the fourth hole on that side is there. And that one is going to come down to here. It'll hide that gap. Ta-da! And the last one on that side comes across and into hole 2. So we're now going to go through the fourth side. So the final side is down here. Down here. And this is where some people will just overlap over the top. I'm going to show you how I do it myself, because I'm going to go under. So this one is going to go into that middle here. 1, 2, 3. But instead of going over the top, I'm going to go under. And I don't know if this is right or wrong, but to me, this is the right way to do it, because then you get this full woven effect. Okay. Then this one comes across. We're going to go under. But like I say, the instructions actually say to go over the top, so this is the way I do it. We'll take it under first and then down that hole. Then we go to number 3. Oh, I can find it. Ah, come on. Have I done that? Just done number 3. I've just done number 3. Maybe I have. I did. Hang on. I think I might have muddled that one. Let's bring that back out. Because I don't think I did that one. What am I doing? What am I doing? That was number 3, yeah, I should have gone into number 4. Right, sorry. Can't really not focus. Right, let's try that again. So we're going under and into number 4. There, that's it. Having a moment. Right, so this one, go under and into the last. There. And then, hang on, see that? That one, the last one, goes under and up to there. You see? Let me go under first. So you've got your nice little round, and there, this hole here, like so. Give it a little tease, and you've got a perfectly woven, just spotted a the kind of speciality fibre you don't want. One of my dog's hairs. Actually, to be fair, I think it's one of the fabric fibres. But there you go. It's not that clear because of the not having a very bright. Can't actually zoom in any further either. Lift it up a bit higher. Yeah. So it gives it a fully woven effect. Now, I know it doesn't tell you to do it on the design. Let me just have a quick check. Nope. It doesn't tell you to do it on the design, but I am so tempted to either go into the corners and put a tiny cross stitch. Let's see what that would look like. Because that would fill it in. Or to sort of back stitch across there. Because I don't like that white in the corners. It just looks odd. What do you think? I like how that's much more filled in. What do you reckon? Answers on a postcard too. I'm going to do another couple. This uses the thread up actually, to be fair. That one was a dog hair. Just to there. And then put a little cross stitch in the corner. Just hides the ick. Well, to an extent anyway. Let's get that covered up. I'm not against showing the white because you show the white in the middle there, but it just feels like there's not enough coverage. I wonder if actually just doing back stitch around. Can't really tell the difference. Yeah, maybe just do back stitch around them. Yeah, look at that. Makes a difference. I know you're not supposed to. well, that, sorry, wobble, that versus that. What's your preference? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, 2 more to go. And the cat's agreeing with me. Do you like it? Do you like it all filled in? You do? What do you think I should do instead then? Okay. Maybe tomorrow. Uh-huh. Don't make my chatty furball. Right. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. That is the 4 Jessica stitches in place. Next up, around the top of each one of these, to the sides and over here, in that gap, more Algerian eyelets with, this is the Silk Lame braid by Rainbow Gallery. This one. And this amazing sparkly teal. It's not showing up very teal on camera, it's looking very blue on camera, but this is like a proper vibrant turquoise colour. So let us start popping in some Algerian eyelets. I have to remember to start from the, there are lots of people who think there are different ways of doing these. She says, just checking what she's doing. Yeah, there should just be 3 per. You can go from the middle and out to the edge if you prefer. But the rule of thumb is pull the thread tight so that you open the middle of the eyelet, like in here, down here. Let me see if I can zoom in on what I'm doing. I just need to adjust. The camera will be adjusted. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Right. Get a better view then. I can always move this up a bit, I suppose. I need to pull it so that you open up that hole in the middle to make an eyelet. How much you do is up to you really, I suppose. And this stitch does indeed straddle that gap in between the silvers. There, where am I? There. Sometimes it's quite hard stitching through a camera. And then last one, and we move up to the next one. It's such a short jump that it's not worth threading it through stitches at the back. You just have to be mindful not to carry it over a hole, across a hole from the back, otherwise you'll see the thread. That's 1, 2, 3. Across this way a bit more. It's quite quick really. And up to the next one. I think at the time that I did the cross stitches here, 1, 2, 3, or even the eyelets down here, you see these ones, I hadn't completely appreciated that up here would be more of the same in the same colour. So otherwise I would have just carried on up. Would have made much more sense. But in terms of the grand scheme of things, this really doesn't matter. It's quite a quick fill in. these. Not sure what goes the other side of them. Got stitches to do, cross stitches, goes up and around. But I'll probably come and work here next, because then the bit that comes up and over here, maybe I'll do these next. Yeah, still, let me stop gassing, get these done. Now, because I've got to go all the way across to here, rather than just jump, I'm just gonna see if I can snag a stitch at the back. Probably not though. Yeah, got one. Just stops it from sort of suspended in midair. And I can't see it till I do this really. If I pop this underneath, you can see the holes now. Probably a little better. It's better if I do that, isn't it? You see those? See the holes? There you go. Don't really want to come up in the middle of those threads, so let's facilitate finding that corner. Come on, under there, under there, got it. This is going to be interesting. Now, do you see this? So I'm going in there, so I need to pull that thread upwards. But my next stitch is down here. Remember what I said about not carrying it across? So what I need to do now is flip this, and I'll show you how I do this. Bear with me. Okay, so we're down here. I need to pull this thread up to make the hole. So what I then do is I snag a stitch above to be able to pull that upwards, and go round the outside so I don't cross the hole, which is here somewhere. Clearly unthreaded my needle. So here's the hole. I've gone round the outside. And if we turn back, good view of my boxes there. You'll see that we have left this hole here. Oh, let me find it with the needle. This hole here is not crossed, and we can go into, where is it? Yeah, there, which is the start of our next stitch, and I'll do that 3 more times. Hello, happy Saturday to you all. And as you can see, we've moved on considerably. Apologies about the shady spot just over here. I did think that maybe it'd be bright enough today to actually do this without needing to put an electric light on, but apparently it is not. So here we are. You've seen me do the Jessica stitches, and from there I carried on, and we've got something we can point with. Yes, we have. Since the last video, or last clip I should say, we did all of that. I have gone around all of these in the green. That was the deep blue sea colour. Then we've done another section in aubergine. And now this thread that I'm working on here is the outer layer up here. Doing a row up here. It goes 1 2 3 1 2 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's like a waltz, isn't it? It's the Poison Garden Mandala waltz. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Anyway, I digress. It's using this blue, this beautiful. Oh, picking up the sparkle there. Look at that. It's using the Silk Lame braid, SP187 by Rainbow Gallery. And as I say, it's doing it all the way up here and then down. And then we've got a line of 7 stitches there and 7 stitches there. So this bit plus that each time is 60. So that's 120. Another 60 is 180. And I'm just about to do the last lot here. I won't film it. I'll come back to you after I've done, and then we'll go on to the next bit. Simply because it's just cross stitch. It's really pretty cross stitch because it's this beautiful, as I say, you can't tell. She says, chucking her ring around. You can't tell from the video these stitches and how sparkly they are. I told you, it turns up every time I start talking to myself. But on here, that is just something else, isn't it? Right, back in a few. Okay, there we go. Right. So we now have the entire outline done in this Silk Lame braid in colour number SP187. There we go. Decisions next. What's up next? So I was thinking we have the next colour up is, oh, what have I done with it? Where's it gone? Hello, where are you hiding? Did I take you out? I thought I might have released you from the pack. No, I didn't. There you are. Right, the next colour that's coming up around here, so there's a line here and here of about 10 stitches. So there's 5 go here, 5 go here in this particular colour. This one, SP181. Equally sparkly. These are all braids that we're using. So that's going there. And then around the outside of here next, and it goes, just have a look, it'll come out along here and down, is one called, bear with me, call it taupe, but it's PSL SP147. This one, here we go. Look at that. Oh, there's so many sparkles. So I thought, although there's another colour to go across here, and there's what looks to be a dense road stitch just here in the corner and some beading, and this is repeated in all 4 of these corners. I thought I'd do the hydrangea colour in the 4 corners next. Then do this taupe colour around the outside before doing the colour that comes here, because the colour that comes here is actually used on the outside of this edge here as a zigzag, but you'll see when it comes to it. There's some back stitch to be done between that taupe colour when this goes in. Let me get it around the other side where there's more light. Excuse the wobble you're going to get. All right. Oh look, it's really dark like that. There we go. That's better, like that. So when this colour goes in along these edges, so here, here, and then it'll come out here and here. When that goes in, there is a back stitch that's going to run. I'm not entirely sure what colour, but there's a back stitch that's going to run all the way along. And there's some trellis stitching that's going to happen. So not going to get that all done tonight, but see you on the next clip. By then I should have at least the hydrangea in, and I'm going to be working on the taupe. Yeah, and maybe we'll get a video up next Saturday. It'll be great. See you on the next clip. Every time, literally every time, just as I start to sit down and stitch, or sit down and start to stitch, this boy pops up. What is it this time, buddy? What is it this time? Did you get shut in the living room and didn't like it? Yeah. Anyway, right, back to the stitching, huh? So we are, zoom back in a little and just adjust the, excuse me while I just adjust the camera. Okay, let's pop that there, see if that's better. It's a little bit, there we go. I haven't actually touched this for a couple of weeks, and I looked at the calendar. Today is the 17th of May, so it is Saturday. I thought I'd put up a Chatelaine Saturday about a month ago, and when I looked back on the channel, excuse me, excuse me, and I looked back on the channel, it was the 23rd of March, so you've been very patient in waiting for another episode to come up. So, but for now, I haven't actually put a light on, so you can see my hand through the fabrics. It's quite sort of see-through. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Right, I'm on the last bit of this taupe. I'm actually in my leg head butted at the moment by the cat. Look, will you just go lay down? Yes, you're a lovely boy. Go on, off you go. Attention seeker. Much. Right. So I thought I would pop on here, put these last few taupe stitches in, so you can see this is where they've gone. They've done that. If I move this up, way steady. I move this up, you can see it's all the way around. So on the last section, last 3 out of 16 sides. I think that's about right, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Shouldn't take very long. Seems to be all multiples of 14. So this is the last 42 stitches I'm putting in here. They don't take long. That's 3. Honestly, this cat next to me is like desperate for attention. So let's just whiz through this, shall we? Ouch. That would be his claws. done it again. That's doing my head in. It's because of the angle I'm sat at. Oh no, come on. No, 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 no. There we go. Let's rethread that. Honestly, it's because I'm filming, you know that. Right, so the last couple of stitches going in. So what I'm going to do is, once I've done these, I will call it a halt for this particular episode of Chatelaine Saturday, because today is actually a Saturday, and I will get this edited and uploaded today so that it goes out, because you have all been more than patient waiting 2 months for the next instalment. It does rather explain why Charlie Feathers asked me the other day, was I going to put another one out? So here we are, and there's the last stitch going in. I will park that thread afterwards in a minute. I've got terrible bubbles, excuse me if you heard any of that. Most unattractive and unappealing. So there we go. Sorry it's not very well lit at the moment. It is natural daylight out there at the moment. There we go, that will help. Right. Spread them. Stop wobbling, for heaven's sake. Okay, so, right. What will we be doing next? I mentioned in the previous segment about the colour that goes here, which is, I don't know what, I can't remember, bear with. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I think it is, oh, is it? Because I haven't got the black and white. I've got a black and white chart, but I've got a colour key, which is not very helpful, I have to say. I think, but don't quote me. SP39. SP39. I've got a feeling, yes. So the colour that is going across there and down there, which is also zigzaggy around the outside here and up here to a certain extent, is that one. And it's much more, it's more greeny, turquoisey. It's the same basically as the road stitches we put in. Yeah, so I might do that next and start that zigzag. Otherwise it is excuse me, oh right, more of I think that seagrass, bluegrass actually it's called, isn't it? More of the bluegrass, and yeah, there we go. And then I've got Jessica stitch. No, I've got dense roads to put in. There are other beads that are due to go in. We've already talked about that being a Tyler bead, but there's some gold. I've got stitches, gold. Should I turn the chart the right way up? Right. There'll be some gold and another colour going in around these, and there'll be this dense rhodes here. But there's also I've got gold thread to put in, and I've got this cross hatching kind of back stitch along here. So it's definitely interesting at the moment, I will say, but we'll see how we go as to what happens next. I'm sure on the corner here and then out here in the corner as well, there are showing you part of the pattern, my bad, bicones as well, but they won't be going until the very end. So we will deal with those as and when the time comes. Thank you for watching. Sorry, that was a tractor going past my window. The joys of living on a main road on a Saturday afternoon. I will be putting up another, it might well be another 2 months before there's another Chatelaine Saturday, because we are away next month. And time is going by so quickly. We've got quite a lot of things we've got on unplanned. That said, there will of course be the usual in between floss tubes. There'll be another floss tube next week. So thank you for your patience, and see you next time. Bye.